Hey, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? Gracious, good morning to you good people. It's your girl KB. You know what I do and you know why I do it. It is Tuesday morning. Sorry, I had to restart my other phone. It's Tuesday morning. It's 3:02 in the a.m. and it is May 12th. Just saw a little blip. Somebody had the wherewithal to create a legitimate site. And for those of you who are unfamiliar with the term that I just used, legitimate is my, I want to say euphemism. I believe it classifies as a euphemism for LGBTQ. And then we have IA, community. They pose text questions every day on TikTok. And I just saw a question that they posted. I'm trying to work on my grammar with you guys because I'm so comfortable speaking Slanglish. They posted a question. Would you stay friends with your ex? Why or why not? My answer would be yes and no. I don't have a definitive answer. It can't be that cut and dry for me. It depends on what they did to be an ex and how they did it. I can say in every serious long-term relationship, because in my 20s, I think 2 years was the longest I lasted with anybody. Now I'm good and grown. And I spent late 30s and early 40s with one particular individual. And again, that was a milestone because the longest I've ever really connected with anybody was a little over 2 years. That has been my track record. And I attempted to date someone after a very long-term relationship, the one that lasted in my 30s and 40s. And that individual, whenever you see me post about a narcissist, that's usually the person I have in mind because, man, and that stretch of the imagination, because it was a stretch of my imagination, my patience, my character, it took me places that I'm just starting to let light in. So no, that's a very polite, see you when I see you. Yeah, but I have not ever had a connection or a relationship or any kind of, I'm going to say, person in my life that meant something that did not cheat. What is that about? What is that about? What does that say? And I walked around carrying the weight of that for a long period of time. And then I had to really think on it. There's just a lot about the content of another person's character. I had to look at me, to see the things that I allowed, the weak boundaries, um, where I disconnect, where I cause disconnect, because I am far from innocent. So there had to be something on my part that caused that disconnect and attraction, or if nothing else, a poor choice, because I wasn't paying attention to, the flags that were given, or I thought I was stronger than the messages. So I had to look at me, but I also had to look at, like I said, the character of the individual. What prevented them from saying, hey, this is not working? I wish you well. I release. And I want to say that the cheater, wants to hold on to something until what they consider better comes along. Or they want to have their cake and eat it too. They want the best of both worlds. So, they're treating a relationship like they would treat fine china. You get the plates and all the accoutrement, but then you want the completer set, like the butter dish, the creamer, and that's tacky as hell. So I shared yesterday in answering one of the questions that I'm not that person. It's not in my character to cheat. It's in my character to communicate. And that's another thing that irritates the cheater. It's because I'll ask a million questions till you make it make sense. And when you don't, that lets me know that you're lying. You have no intent on being upfront, straightforward, honest. And that's disturbing in and of itself. Because again, I'm forced to look at my choices and what made that attractive. Sometimes I overthink things, y'all. And I think the answer that I've given is a bit of overthinking. But I rather overthink and spare myself some level of heartache than to not think about it, ignore, and just go deeper and deeper into chaos and drama.